Welcome to Simba Digital Coaching School, Episode 1 Leadership Skills in Esports, full course breakdown. I'm going to show you exactly what's inside our esports leadership course, not the sales page, the actual units, the hours, the assessment. That reminds me, some years ago, back in '04, a friend of mine wanted to play soccer in America. He heard and he was there when I got scouted and offered a full scholarship to a top team and thought to himself, since I don't have the means to go out there, let me better equip myself. He started recording himself and uploading footage of himself, sending it off to coaches overseas. He got the opportunity. We ended up joining the same team. We both won championships. That is the power of esports. First, what is esports? Parents always ask me, what even is esports? Is it not just your kid locked in a bedroom? Esports, electronic sports, is organized competitive video gaming, in this case, real life gaming. Typically, professional players or teams competing in leagues and tournaments. It's a massive spectator industry where players compete for cash prizes in games or for trophies in some cases, like MOBAs or shooters. Look at the four pillars. One, team or individual competition, often 5v5 but also 1v1, involving high level strategy and technical skill. That's football tactics, just on the screen. Two, spectatorship, defined by its viewing component, drawing millions of viewers worldwide via Twitch and YouTube. That's why we are on YouTube right now. This is where the audience lives. Three, structured environment, professional contracts, sponsors, in many cases, real life football, and regulated role sits overseen by the British Esports Federation. This is not casual, it is governed. Four, organized leagues, similar to traditional sports, featuring professional leagues, player rankings, and tournament circuits like Overwatch League and Call of Duty League. Some of you maybe know. So, if your son or daughter is already spending 20 hours a week gaming, the question isn't how do we stop it, it's how do we make it count as leadership. Some of you may be familiar, I've heard of the film called Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo, in a nutshell, is based on a true story. A gamer, an F1 racer, built-in systems that mimic the real-life F1 go-karting track, go-karting course. Had the opportunity, like many thousands of others, to compete in a tournament worldwide, online gaming. But the tracks, the console, the stimulations, they mimic the real life so much so that he won and was able to become a professional F1 driver. Amazing, amazing testimony. But there are many other cases like that. Now, the level 2 leadership skills in esports is accredited. British Esports crossed the Leadership Skills Foundation. Code 610-36318 if you want to look it up. 32 hours total, 20 hours tutored. That's with me or with one of my coaches live. Age 11 and up, 3 credits. The description says, enable successful learners to build essential leadership skills through leading purposeful activities that engage others. Done through planning, leading, and reviewing esports activities. Translation, they don't just play, they learn to run the session. That's the difference between a gamer and a leader. Now, I didn't build all of the course, but I built part of it, and you'll get to see some of it. I built the course when I was at Arsenal coaching. I saw the gap. I left Arsenal initially back in '04, not because I didn't love coaching, but because at the time I preferred to still play, even at a lower level in America, while getting my education and degree for free, over coaching at a higher level back in London, in the UK. Also, not to mention, God told me to go back to playing. Anyway, America gave me 3 things: a championship, a Super Bowl ring, and friends for life. But it also gave me the education to design qualifications like this. and platforms. I didn't want to just coach elite kids. I wanted to build pathways for kids who loved esports to get real leadership credits. So, Unit 1, recognizing and developing leadership skills, 10 hours total, 8 tutored, 2 directed. Learning outcome 1, understand the leadership skills needed to lead others. Describe key roles an esports leader might undertake and main responsibilities. That's tournament organizer, team captain, shout caller analysis. Describe skills needed, communication, organization, teamwork, problem solving, self-belief. Those are the exact 5 I was assessed on at Arsenal. Same skills, different pitch. Explain why those skills are necessary when delivering purposeful esports activities. Why does self-belief matter? When you're 1v3, why does organization matter when you're running 5v5? 1.4. Describe why the benefits of developing and using leadership skills, organization, local and wider community. This is what universities look for. Task 1, profile of a leader. Students pick a pro player, break down their leadership style. Outcome 2, understand the importance of developing own skills. 2.1, audit own leadership skills at the start. Communication, organization, teamwork, problem solving, self-belief. They score themselves 1 to 5. Create a development plan to improve through the course. Describe why developing these areas will make them a better esports leader. Describe how identified skills might be of benefit in life and employment. This is the part parents love. It's not just gaming, it's CV material. Task 2, skills reflection. Task 3, personal development plan. Learning outcome, be able to develop leadership skills. Demonstrate development of personal skills, including all 5. This is observed by the tutor. That's me on the call. We fill in a tutor observation form. Now, Unit 2, planning, leading and evaluating activities. This is the big one, 22 hours total, 12 tutors, 10 directed. This is where they stop learning theory and start running stuff. They have to plan, lead, and evaluate esports activities. The assessment is learner evidence record, LER. That can be written tasks, video, poster, Jamboard or Miro presentation, or voice recording. Pass or defer grading, no fake percentages. Progression after this is a GCSE pathway and community sports leadership progression. So an 11-year-old can start here and have a real qualification by 14. Now, you might have seen our sports leaders course 2. I'm showing you those screenshots now because it's the same framework, just for traditional sport. Unit 1, Sports Leaders Unit 1. Establishing leadership skills, 11 hours, learning outcome 1. Know the skills and behaviors to lead others. Communication, self-belief, teamwork, self-management, problem solving. Sound familiar? It's the same 5. Unit 2, plan, assist in leading and review sport 20 hours. They must plan a minimum of 2 activities. They must use at least 2 different verbal and non-verbal communication methods. They must demonstrate effective organizational strategies. They must use at least 2 motivational methods. They must adapt an activity to needs. And they must lead a minimum of 2 times 10-minute sessions, plus 1 hour leadership demonstration. That's the exact standard we apply to esports. If you can lead a football warm-up for 10 minutes, you can lead a team competition review for 10 minutes. Leadership is leadership. Assessment for sports leaders is the same philosophy. Learner evidence record, LER. Practical observation, written tasks, worksheets, plans, and evaluations, pass or defer. And you get video examples inside. What is sports leadership? Communication skills in sport, planning a sports activity. We do the same for esports. We have a full curated video library on the coaching plan. Who is the esports leadership course for? If you are 11 to 18 and you play Rocket League, Valorant, FIFA, Fortnite, and your parents are worried, it's a waste of time. This turned those hours into British esports qualification. If you are at school in Milan, where I am, sometimes, in the UK, in Denmark, coaching online, Elijah and Oceanstad, this gives you a structured 32-hour program with tutor observation, not just gaming club. If you are a parent watching this on YouTube, this is how your child gets communication, organization, teamwork on their record without forcing them onto a football pitch that they don't love. I didn't build this to cash in on gaming. I built it because when I was in America, I saw athletes who weren't traditional footballers become leaders through esports. They were running 5v5 teams with more communication than some Sunday league teams I coached. And God put me on it. If you left Arsenal to play, to get a degree, and to win a ring, why not use it to build pathways for kids who don't fit the old system? That's why the assessment isn't an exam. It's a video of you leading. It's a plan you wrote. It's a reflection. That's real life. Next episode, I'm going to do the same breakdown for Sports Leader Level 1. I'll walk through Unit 1 and 2 with the actual tasks. If you want the full syllabus PDF for the Esports Level 2, the one with code 610-36318, comment Esports below and I'll send it. And if you are a parent in Italy, UK, Denmark, etc., we run this live online 20 hours tutored with me, not pre-recorded. I'm Coach Simba. I left Arsenal to play in America. Gave me a championship ring, Super Bowl, and find friends for life. Now, I'm giving you the playback. See you in episode 2.